Yo, 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 this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, do what? Go follow me at King Earner official page on Instagram. That's KINGEARNER official page on Instagram. Now, everybody's running around in the uproar. Hey, yo, Earner. Hey, yo, Earner. Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. Okay, Donald Trump is this and Donald Trump is that. I don't give a Phil Zuck. I'm going to tell you why. See, I learned this in a can. OG put me down. The Aryan Nation will walk around. You will see them, and when they take off their shirts and stuff like that, you will see that they had the SWAT stickers and the I hate N-word, everything all over it. But they didn't get in our way. They stayed out our way. In fact, they was probably the most respectful gang on the compound. A lot of people is going to miss this, and a lot of people won't understand this. But I'd rather an individual come to me and tell me exactly who they are, opposed to ever faking me out and lying to me. So when it came down to Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, I wasn't with neither. The reason why I wasn't with neither is I wasn't going to become systematically attached to anything the politics had going on. I wasn't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Number one, I'm Muslim. Number two, I just didn't feel right about it. But Kamala Harris is an individual that hurts and destroys her own people, because she doesn't attach herself to being black. She says she's an Indian. A lot of people don't understand that it's nothing wrong with her saying that she's an Indian, because if you know anything about Indians, you would know that they're original black people. A lot of people won't understand that. I'm not going to get into it here. But the only thing that Donald Trump had that I felt like I couldn't support and I couldn't follow was the fact that he was supposed to have raped a 13-year-old little girl with Jeffrey Epstein. That threw me off. It's like I can't vote for the Millsite. But for those who voted for him that probably didn't know that, or that knew that and voted for him, you're a piece of doo-doo if you knew that. But if you didn't know that, I see why you actually voted for him. It's been a time in my life where I had to deal with people I didn't like. Today, we come to understanding that Donald Trump is the 47th president, and a lot of y'all gonna have to understand this. You're going to have to deal with this man for however many years he lasts. Now, you don't have to go up to him to shake his hand. You don't have to do any of these things. But I do believe him in some of the things that he say. Some of them. But I want other individuals to have understanding when he speaks against welfare and people running there and taking advantage of it. At first, a long time ago as a kid, I'd probably would have been like, man, he tripping, he's racist, he's this. But when is our people going to have understanding that all welfare and Section 8 does is keep a foot on your neck, and it stops your growth? It really stops your growth. It stops you from going to the next level in life. You're never going to be responsible. If someone gave you a home, right? And this is for the working class people. If somebody gave you a home today or tomorrow, and you got paid a check from them people every month to pay your bills or to take care of your children, you probably would get lazy also. But then again, there are strong individuals like myself, or individuals that been through what I've been through in life, that have understanding that, damn, I don't want nothing given to me free anymore. I had a lot of things given to me free, including fast money. And that also puts you in a position where later in life, You have to fix things. You have to start being responsible. As a child, I grew up and I wasn't taught a lot of responsibilities. I was taught manner, I was taught class, I was taught honor, but I wasn't really taught to be responsible. So a lot of things I had to figure out on my own. But I was a child. But a lot of these individuals are still in that child mindset mentality. Section 8. You know there's a lot of these women that are running around here older and younger with Section 8 homes that don't have any bills because they're not working, or lower income homes. And guess what? They still don't put no money up. They still run around here trying to figure it out. They still run around here with the best clothes on. They still run around here after spending their check asking their friends and family members, could they get this or could they get that? A lot of them either addicted to drugs, a lot of them that aren't addicted to drugs. I'm saying this to say that it comes a time that if we're going to be respected as an honorable class of people, our people, we got to show some understanding. We got to show more responsibility. As a group of individuals, we have to be able to stand on something. And guess what? Being on Section 8 forever, I ain't say you got some rough times, you go that route, however long it take, long as it don't take forever, you're off of it and you got a job. And when I say long as it don't take forever, it's horrible. And I'm not talking down on our people. I'm letting you know that. But it's horrible to come into Section 8 with a baby, right? And then you look up, that child is a grown-ass adult, and you're still on Section 8, worried about if that child is going to get taken off your voucher. Worried about if they're going to stop this or if they're going to stop that. Worried about if that child gets too old, you got to move from this house to that house, you got to downsize the bedrooms, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. I think it's terrible. Because I think if someone has given you something, right, for a certain amount of time and you sit up there and take advantage of it and then don't have no money to do anything, never, I think that you're a part of the problem. The reason why you're a part of the problem is because, let's think about it here. There are individuals that really need this, that's handicapped, individuals that don't have the correct learning abilities. They really are broke. They really can't get a job. They really getting something called disability every month. And guess what? They don't have that strength to go out and get a job. So why can't they have the honors of getting that free check? Because they deserve it. But you don't deserve it. You know you don't deserve it. But you're going to run the system until the system figures out, why are we taking care of all these people for all this time that has had the opportunity for many years to do the right thing? You're running around trying to figure out how you may have another child, and a lot of women do that. Have another child so they can upsize their living. Have another child so they can get more money from the system. The system is only designed to keep fathers away from who? The mothers. This is where it really started at. I mean, it started back in slavery when they was really taking the father and putting him somewhere else in the field and then putting his wife and his children inside the big house. That's the first start of separation. And they was taking care of them, feeding them, while our people was taking care of their children and raising them and had the ability. But we was okay with sitting down. Well, guess what? Even in 2024, we are okay with sitting down. And guess what? It's time that we stand up. It's time that we start telling sister or brother or aunt or uncle or mom or dad, time to get off of welfare. Time to build something. Time to save your money. And guess what? carry with honor. If you don't carry with honor, you're going to put yourself in a bad position because that child, that little girl that's running around that home that you may be raising, and don't get me wrong, a lot of the Section 8 mothers are great mothers. Some of them aren't, but majority of them I know, great mothers. Take care of the kids, principals, all that stuff is in order and correct. But when it comes down to that child watching them get money from Section 8 and homes and from welfare, DPA, however you want to nickname it or whatever, that child grows up just like the mother. That child runs around and carry the dishonor in a fashion where you never know it's dishonor because she's probably well-mannered, well-respectful, know the meaning from right and wrong, but yet responsible-wise, she don't have understanding because she only seen her mother do it. She seen her mother kick different men out of the home and go in the direction of not needing a man because guess what? She's not even needing a job because Section 8 is taking care of her 100%. And that's our problem. We got to take care of our own. Never mind them stamps. For a while, I was saying it when I got off of food stamps. I was saying, yo, man, miss my stamps. How I missed my stamps, but at the same token, I can remember when I was running around here addicted to drugs, I didn't mind spending $500 to $1,000 a day on drugs. But you mean to tell me I'm afraid to spend $200 cold cash to replace those stamps? And now we know the money done went up. I mean, the food done went up. Might be $400. But you got to have understanding that you could do it with your own cash and you're going to feel good about feeding yourself. You're going to feel good about getting on that phone and telling that caseworker of yours that you got a nice job now and that your daughter's in school and that she's going in the right direction. You're going to feel great about that. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel like shills it is at the last minute, the very last minute, when all your children that got grown and some of them that didn't follow your directions and figured out they got to go get their own crib paid for or mortgage, whatever the case may be with good credit. And you're downsizing to damn near nothing because your kids, they outgrew the system and you don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. You're in the worst position you could ever be in. And now you're trying to catch up at an older age and doing the right things responsibly. You're talking about your credit. You're talking about your bills. You want to fix this. But you can't because they're telling you got a role. It's not yours. I don't care how good and comfortable you feel in their home. If they feel like it, they can kick you out. And I think people need to start having understanding that you got to look at Trump as one of those individuals who is a Slills-Ave Mills-aster. Because our people were still on the field. We don't know that, though. We don't feel it. We don't have understanding. A lot of us are becoming a people where they get their money and they invest in their community and things of that nature, helping us, pulling us out of that. But if you stay away from that Slills-Ave master and you work on that field hard enough, guess what? You can free yourself. And that's what our people have to have understanding. You don't got to worry about a Donald Trump if you get your own bankroll and start putting it up and you and your children and your kids start coming up with some type of plans of how y'all going to grow. Now that Krill AER, when he pulls up and tell you Section 8, you tell him, kiss my ill's ass. I already got the bread to buy another home. Hey, I used the system in a way that it benefited me. See, that makes more understanding. You know, you want to tell that Krill AER when he tell you something about taxes, I am the original native Indian. I want my 40 acres and my mule, and I want to be removed from your tax bracket. You can do that. A lot of people don't have understanding. I'm in the process of changing my whole name and giving them understanding that I am from the state of Washington and that you should not, I repeat, be taxing me because this is my land. They have understanding of that. But that's another story. We're going to get there one day. But first, you got to be responsible. If you can't be responsible, we're not going to get there. We're going to be in the way forever. And if you continue to be in the way forever, guess what? You will be a Kamala Harris thinking that an Indian is a Wilsite man. You'll be her. But King Erna ain't her or Hills them. That Slilzave, fake Slilzave Mills asser that's up there that's going to be controlling y'all, he's not going to have a hold on King Erna no more. You know why? I won't be a part of his tax bracket because he really don't like the government, but he kind of want to help them. He want to be their friend to figure out how he can steal as much money as they steal. But y'all won't understand me because I only speak the truth. And know what you're going to get? A lot of negative talk about ex-felons, me doing crimes. But you won't do that to that Krill AER. You'll go down there and pull a ballot in order for him to be the president. I'm King Erna from the Honor Your Life campaign. The goal is to carry it with honor. And carrying it with honor is getting away from their system and building your own system with your friends and family that you know have honor and uniting and being bigger than that Slilzave Millsack, the Krill AER, Real Zed Nilzak, Philzuck, right? Being something strong, being better than that, being better than the government that's robbing us every day. Huh? When Isa alayhi salam came into the marketplace, that's the first people he was running down on. The taxes, the people in the market. That's where the jinns are at. This is where all the evilness is, all the negative. Everybody's conning and scheming. We got to go in an honorable direction. And that honorable direction is you building something that's going to help you and your family not be Slilzaves ever. King Erna live and direct.